All right, fellow babies, we're back with a new edition of Pach-Attack. We have a question from the forums, guy from Germany. Hey, Mr. Pachter, will there ever be a new mobile console by Sony or Nintendo, or are PS Vita and 3DS the last of their kind? There certainly will be another handheld from Nintendo. That's Nintendo's bread and butter. That is their business. They dominate. I would say you won't see another from Sony. I mean, you might get a Vita Lite or something, a model of this. The Vita is doing so poorly that I just don't understand why Sony keeps making it. The 3DS is doing fine. I would guess 3DS sales are going to be about 15 million this year globally. They were about 15 million last year, and that compares to 30 million for the DS. But they make plenty of money at 15 million units. As long as they can do that, they'll upgrade, redesign, there will be more. There's always going to be demand for handheld gaming. It's something a lot of people really like. Nintendo makes great handheld first-party software. I think the bigger problem is third parties are pretty much giving up on handheld. It's just not something that makes sense for most of them, and Nintendo dominates. So you're gonna see, probably decent sales when you get the next Pokemon or the next Animal Crossing or the next Zelda game on the handheld. And the thing that Nintendo has going for them is you can't play those games anywhere except on their platforms. So either Wii U or DS or 3DS or whatever they launch next. But no, we haven't seen the last one. I don't think you're going to see one from anybody else. I don't think it makes sense. I think the days of the third-party Gizmondo, popping up with a handheld are over. That's going to be tablet, smartphone. So you're going to keep getting more and more tablet, smartphone gaming, gamers, and games. From the forum, we have a question from Simfamy. Would it be a good business decision for Sony to partner with Google in bringing the Chrome browser to the PS4, as well as other Google goodies such as voice search, Google Now, Maps, etc., natively on the system, combating Internet Explorer Bing integration on Xbox One? I don't know. I mean, I think your question is probably a little too specific. I think what you're really asking is, should we have an open browser in the boxes? And I think the answer to that is yes. I don't think anybody really cares, if their box has Bing versus Google search. If it's a browser, it's a browser, it works. Yes, I prefer Chrome to Bing, but who cares, or Internet Explorer. I use Chrome instead of Internet Explorer because Internet Explorer is buggy, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to get an Xbox One. It doesn't mean I'm not going to try to access the internet. Maybe it won't be buggy on an Xbox One. I have no idea. The fact is, we're not going to spend all of our time surfing the internet on our console. We're going to spend most of our time consuming entertainment, whether that's gaming entertainment or filmed entertainment, and we're going to spend only a brief amount of time because we're too lazy to get up and go to the PC, or we're too lazy to look at our tablet. Right now, I have a tablet in the living room next to the TV so that when we're watching TV, I can look up who an actor is or get information from IMDb or order a pizza or do whatever we do. I guess I could do that on my Xbox One and that would be cool, but I don't really care. And it's not a reason to buy an Xbox One. It's just one other thing it'll do. So the answer to your question is yes, I think the PS4 is going to come back with very similar types of functionality. I think that's something that we will appreciate. I don't think it's something that's going to make us decide on PS4 versus Xbox One because of the browser that they choose. Question from Twitter from @Valkyrion. Hiya. Was wondering, when do publishers, developers stop counting sales? It seems like after a month they stop counting and deem a game a success or failure. Do our sales matter 6 months later? I'm not sure where you got this conclusion. They never stop counting sales. They count sales as long as they get paid for it. Most developers actually have a royalty, a bonus based on units sold, so they care very much. Publishers, that's their business to sell games, so they count every month. EA, for example, about 25% of their sales in any given month are what they call catalog, so games released more than 6 months ago, and they care a whole lot. And there are some games that just keep chugging along. I mean, Mario Kart on the Wii sells every single month. It just sells every month. Super Smash Brothers, same thing. Call of Duty all year long. Assassin's Creed all year long. Madden, FIFA all year long. So yeah, they care a whole lot. Not sure why you think that they stop. They'll count that last unit. As long as somebody paid them real money, they care. That's actually how they determine when to discount the price. When they see sales dropping off to a certain level, they'll discount price to spur more sales. And keep in mind that the incremental units sold are much higher profit than the first one sold because they don't have any more development costs. They've already capitalized and then amortized all their development costs, meaning if they spend 30 million bucks to make a game and they expect to sell 3 million units, each game that they sell, they burden it with about $10 of development costs. Once they pass the 3 million threshold, they're done. They don't burden anything with development costs. So the games sold later are $10 more profitable if they're full priced. Once they discount, they can then discount the price of the game by 10 bucks and they'll make the same profit. All right, fellow babies, if you have a question, please submit them to the Ask Pack link below or submit them to me on Twitter at Michael Pachter. Make sure that you copy at Game Trailers and also apply the hashtag AskPack, and that's P-A-C-H for those of you who can't spell my name. It's not P-A-T-C-H. If you ask a question on Twitter, just to me, I will respond via direct message. If you follow me, if you ask a question to the site, just make sure that you copy at Game Trailers and hashtag AskPack. All right, fellow babies, if you'd like to check out more episodes, you can do so on YouTube, or we'll save you some time. You can stay on the site, and you can check them out right there.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Few outtakes.
The word of a generation.
It is kind of an odd word, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so stupid. I feel like an idiot every time I use that word.
Dr. Awesome.